And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your friend Cheap Ludes. Season 3 is here, and you can tell based on the sound of excitement and the sound of just engagement in my voice that I am super ready for Season 3. To be honest, and I'm going to be completely transparent here, it is so much worse than I had previously imagined. It is quite possibly, from a content perspective, the worst season that we've ever seen. And I'm not kidding when I say that. Just from the content that we received, I actually believe it's the worst season as of right now. Now, before I go any further, there still is possibilities that the season could be, saved from the Mariana's Trench of mediocrity that it's kind of currently stuck in, through moments challenges, Christmas event, maybe possibly spotlights or some type of offline grind or something of that nature, agenda cards throughout the season. There's ways that they can resurrect this dead on arrival season that we have been given, but as of right now, it is not looking good. Now, you may think I'm overreacting. You may think, okay, well, stop being a doomer. I don't understand what's so bad about this season. Let's go. Let's go take a look here. First things first, we'll start with the positives. Okay, there's a lot of centerpieces available, so that is a pretty clear indication that the trophy case grind is more than likely done after this season. Now, what they do with that, I don't know. Wouldn't be shocked to see trophy case 2 electric boogaloo pop up next season, which I'm sure will, I don't know, it could reinvigorate the player base. It could also make us all groan in anguish. I'm not really sure. It's one of two. It just depends if there's more cards, I guess. I don't know, but there's a few pretty easy to get centerpieces. Now they've put the centerpieces in the middle as well, in addition to at the top. So 125 wins and 250 in TT. Clutch time, there's one at 50 and there's one at 100. So it's you're getting 2 per game, which is cool. Somebody's just, hammering maliciously in my home at the current moment. So that's fucking awesome. Love that. Yeah, I mean, the same goes for clutch time off, clutch time on, triple threat, I believe. Triple threat online as well has one at 50 and one at 100. So, I mean, there's a lot more opportunities to get trophy cases completed in general. I mean, sure, there's still gatekeeping, legendary franchise moments and other stuff like that, but there is a bunch of these trophy case option packs. So whatever. I mean, it's whatever. They're gatekeeping other pieces as opposed to the centerpieces right now. Whatever, because they don't want anyone to get Larry Bird quite yet. So just understand that first and foremost. But I could not be less excited for this season. So that's positive number 1. What's positive number 2? If you completed domination, all these cards have Evas. That's cool. None of them become particularly great. Havlicek's a good 3-and-D shooting guard. Mitch Richmond's kind of decent. Julius Randle's okay, I suppose, but none of them turn into anything really great. Allen Houston looks really good. For a takeover player, they didn't change the Friday grind, which is unfortunate, but I mean, he looks good as a takeover player in general. At least they're paying diamonds now, so that's could be better. What's his jump shot? He's got Corey Kispert base. Interesting. I actually don't know what's up with that. He doesn't really dribble, but he's a good 3-point shooter, passable enough defender. He looks okay, regardless. What's his defensive tendency situation? Pretty bad. It's to be expected, though. It's Allen Houston, you know what I mean? Yeah, not great, but it is what it is. I mean, he looks okay. Okay, now we're done with positives, because that's about all I have. Let's go negatives. Okay, level 40. Remember last season when we were all like, hey, could you guys not do that thing where instead of dropping a new card, you just picked a card from the last season and put it on either the agenda or level 40 or in the Ascension? And don't worry, they heard our complaints of that and took the completely wrong direction and made every single card on level 40 a random card from last season that most of us already have. Woo! Hooray! So we got gold Jason Tatum over here. We got emerald Derrick Rose. And then, as we go up higher, Jarrett Allen at level 30. A card that is 4,900 MT at its current moment. And then, Ben Simmons at 36. This is a troll. This couldn't be nothing but a troll. They are trolling us with this Ben Simmons. There's absolutely no way that anybody thought this was a good idea. The only new card in the entirety of the level 40 is Trae Young, who they decided to go realistic with the card, meaning he plays 0 defense, meaning he's essentially worthless, aside from grinding offline. Grinding offline will be pretty good, but online, he might legitimately be worthless. That being said, I would have to use him first before I cast judgment on the card. I will say, not looking good at the current moment, though. But I don't know what's on the Ascension, but I have to assume it's probably, I don't know, dude. Let's go look. I mean, it's probably like a pink diamond or a diamond. I'm going to go with Draymond. It's probably Draymond, if I'm being honest. Like, that's probably who I would assume is on there. If it's not Draymond, it's going to be straight up a diamond. So I'm going to go with like Cat or, I don't know, dude, Amari or something. I don't know. Who's on the main event set? I'm going to say main event. Why not? Well, last time they did the second set. So let's just say, I'm going to go Yao Ming, dude. Let's say Yao Ming is on the Ascension board. I wouldn't say that. I don't know if that's accurate, but we'll say Yao Ming. So they made no new cards for this entire season that aren't in packs or, you know, the stuff that we expected, like level 40 and takeoff. Ralph Sampson for collector level, who doesn't even look that good either. But for the most part, every single card is a new pack card. So that's sweet. So there was no reward cards, which I kind of noticed when looking at the database this morning, but I wasn't really sure what was going on with that. Now I know, and it's so much worse than I would have ever imagined. If I'm being completely transparent, it's the worst thing they've ever done. I'm pretty confident, not to overreact, but this may be the worst season of all time. I know people like to hark on Trial of Champions quite a bit, and although that season wasn't the greatest, it was just kind of mid. It is so much better than this at its current state in every conceivable way. From day one, it's better. So this is just horrendous. I've been trying my best to just be in a less negative mindset this year in general. Like I've been trying to not screech at every little kind of issue and every little slight at the player base that we've experienced. But it's really hard to just in any way, shape, or form say anything positive about this. If you're watching someone and they're saying anything positive about this season that doesn't revolve around the possibility of future content, I don't know what to tell you, dude, because like they're delusional. Like they are delusional. This is objectively horrible. Like this is so bad. How do you have this 8-minute survey right here? Okay, you're scan here and take our 8-minute NBA 2K community survey to let us know what you think of my team lately. Right? You have this whole survey, which you're not incentivizing anyone to take. Just give them like 10,000 MT. I figure most of the player base would take it at that point. Or just like 10,000 VC. Like something minuscule, but just enough that more people take it. But it's like you heard the complaints this year. Why even have this survey? You clearly are not listening. If you listened at all to the complaints, this would not be happening right now. This level 40 thing, this would not be occurring. Jarrett Allen would not be the level 30 reward. Ben Simmons would not be here. Gold Jason Tatum would not be here if you listened in any way, shape, or form, because it's polar opposite of what everybody was saying last year in relation to Zion being the 32 reward. It's like they don't even listen, man. They don't listen. I mean, people have been asking for a change to the Friday grind, the Friday takeover grind, since season 2 of season 1. Or season 2, I'm sorry, week 2 of season 1. And they still haven't changed it. Okay, they buffed the RNG, so whatever, it's a tiny change, but like, the only thing that they've consistently listened to the community on is the removal of player lock and unlimited, which it's a whole nother thing I'm not even going to get started on. I personally, you can agree with it, you can disagree with it. I mean, whatever. It's all personal opinion on if you want it in the game or if you don't. So I'm not going to go too hard on it. But still, that's the only thing that they've consistently listened to the player base on. what's the point of even taking this survey? Where is my kind of assurance that whatever I put on this survey will be taken into account? Not necessarily done, because I understand you can't just always go after. I'm not delusional enough to think that my opinions are always completely correct and everything on this survey should be implemented. Because of the wider player base has different opinions than me and different wants and different needs, right? I understand that. But what are the assurances that I take this 8-minute survey and anybody even looks at it? Or if they do look at it, anything is even considered? Because at this point, I don't have any assurances that that's a thing. This season has essentially solved the problem that I've had this whole year of like, well, I think that they are listening to us this year. Like, I think that's a good thing. They're not. Clearly, they're not. If this is not anything, it is a slap in the face to the player base, and it's horrible. I don't care. You can be mad that I said that. It is what it is. There's nothing positive right this second. I'm sure people are gonna, in 3 weeks, tell me I'm overreacting and that I shouldn't have said all this stuff because, like, they made changes and things are looking better. But they only make changes if you critique them in the first place, which everyone should be doing. As always, it's your friend Cheap Ludes. I just don't have any words at this current moment. Like, it's so bad. Outside of just it's so bad, and I'm not gonna screech at the sky, you know, like a old man yelling at thunder to go away. I'm just gonna kind of accept that it's bad and just go from there. So